Have you been looking for a tutorial on how to get more FPS and make your game much smoother? Then you no longer need to look for a tutorial, as this tutorial is the only tutorial you need to get more FPS and make your game much smoother than before. The first step is to use a lower resolution texture pack. Like I am currently using Humano 32X, which is a very high resolution for mobile devices. I recommend you using Goldie 8X or Zion V8X V2, which are 8x texture packs, which are very good for your performance, rather than using an 16x texture pack like Bedless 416x, Cypher 16x, and etc. You might already know about using lower resolution texture packs, but I bet you haven't found these two texture packs that are actually good and are only 8x, which is like crazy. Everyone that uses an 8x texture packs, like in videos, they show a really bad one. They don't do research about it and etc. But I recommend using these two. They are like quite good. I'm gonna use Zion 8X and show you guys how it actually looks. This is what it looks like in game. I am currently using Zion V2 8X and it's quite good. Like look at the wood textures, the sword, wood, leaves, all looks much better than a normal 8x texture, and it will make your game much smoother. The next tip is to lower your FOV. The higher FOV you will have, the more textures the game will have to render. Because having a lower FOV will make your game much smoother than having a higher FOV. I also recommend turning off screen animations and fancy graphics and beautiful skies. Having your render distance lower can also help. Like I am using 6 render distance, which can give me a decent amount of render. I can look at long things, but it's not too long. I also recommend not putting the max frame rate to max unlimited, as your device will render more frames than it actually has the display of. Like if your device is only 60 Hz, use 60 Hz. If your device has 120 Hz, use 120, 90. But don't put it more than your display Hz, as it will impact your performance quite a lot. Your device will use more battery, more power, and making your device more heated. My device has a 60 Hz display, so I'm using 60s. And I'm having flashing graphics, beautiful skies and all on because I make videos in it, and I have a pretty decent device that can run the game quite well, so I don't need to turn this down. But 84 FOV is just my choice. It also makes your game much smoother, so I guess yeah. The next tip only works on Zeka. If you play on Zeka and train there and play FFA like FFA mode, then you need to turn this setting on. Go to arena settings and turn hide non-opponents, which is like let me show you what it does. Like if you go into a game, let's look, like there are so many players there. Like this guy, as soon as he hitted me, all of them disappeared, which makes your device render less entities and will also make it like others can't just go into your face and ruin your combo. Like if you go for someone, everyone else will disappear for you. Another tip that only works on Zeka is go to your player settings, go to general settings, gameplay settings, and disable blood kill and lightning kill. Like when you kill someone in FFA or anywhere, there will be lightning effect and blood effect, and that will impact your performance, so disable that. Your game should be much smoother now. Try all of these tips and tell me in the comments if this improved your performance. If it still didn't, then there's only one thing you can do, which is get a better device.